Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Beth with Create with Beth, and today we're going to be making, I will show you if I can get it, this card. It's a very clean and simple card and uses not that many supplies. So we'll go ahead and get started. This is going to be a start to finish card, so I'm going to take you from the beginning of the card all the way with all the details to the end. I think that will help, especially if you are a beginning card maker. We're going to start with, well, let me show you the stamp set first that we're actually using. We're using the Cutest Crew stamp set from Stampin UP. This is so adorable. When this came out, I absolutely had to get it, even though I try not to buy a whole lot of brand new supplies anymore because it's getting expensive. It really is. But this was so cute. I had to get it. It's got these cute little birds, these puppies, these kitties, and some different other little stamps that you can use. So I wanted to play with this. So let's start with a piece. Let me get my trimmer out here. And we're going to start with a piece of crumb cake for our card base. So we'll go ahead and cut a card base. We'll measure 5.5 inches and we'll rotate the paper to 4 1/4. And then we will score it really good. And my desk is an absolute mess. I designed this card and then I didn't bother to clean anything up because I was feeling very lazy, so I got stuff everywhere. Okay, so we have our card base. And then we're going to bring in some pattern paper. This is Timeless Plaid. I'm trying to see if there's a date on this. I don't know if this is still available or not. I don't even remember when I got it. It's possible that it could be super old, but it's still good. And it's got all these cute little plaid designs. So we're going to pull out a sheet of the plaid from the trimmer back, and we're going to cut this down to 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Okay, so we'll move this, and we're going to go ahead and put this piece on our card front just like that. So let's bring my glue in. I'm having trouble with my craft room. I have the window over my desk is leaking, which is not good. And I came out last night to craft and I had warped grid paper here. It was completely warped, the top couple of sheets. So I told my husband, you need to get out here and figure out what's going on. So hopefully we can fix that problem because that's not good. Alright, I probably used way too much glue, but my glue is coming out a little bit slowly today. Okay, we'll go ahead and lay this down. And when you do this, you basically want to line up your top 2 corners and your bottom left, and then everything else will line up really easily. It's a little trick to getting things to line up. Okay, I love how that looks on the crumb cake. It's so pretty. Now we're going to bring in, where is my white? Here it is. I have a whole bunch of my white scraps here, so we're going to see if we can find a piece that will work. So I don't have to cut into a big sheet. Okay, I think this will work. Anytime you can save your cardstock, right? I have the little kitty stamp. They're all just in a row here. And I'm going to bring in my Memento Tuxedo black ink. I wanted to get the dies for these stamps, and I was not able to. I don't know if they're available yet. I checked back several times, and I just was not able to ever get them because they were always unavailable, which is too bad. It seems to be a constant problem that Stampin' Up! Has, is that things are not available, which is kind of annoying to say the least. All right, I'm just going to stamp this down near the bottom here. There we go. Put this away for now. And let's get my stamp pad cleaner out. So yeah, I couldn't get the dies. I'm hoping that I can use my scan and cut to cut these out. There are some tricks to doing that when you have, this doesn't have a line around it. If I put this through the scan and cut, it's going to cut each individual little kitty out, which is not a problem. That's okay. But if I wanted to have it cut out as a continuous little section, I would have to draw a pencil and a line around it, which is not a big deal. It's not hard to do. So that's something I might look into. Okay, so we're going to color these kitties now. And for that, I'm going to use my, I can't think today, my Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. And I'm just going to start with this color here, which is Earth Brown. This is the Earth Brown blend. This is the second one. So we'll just go ahead and color these in. And I'm sorry I can't zoom in. I don't have the capabilities. I'm filming on my phone, and so I'm not able to zoom in to show you the coloring, but my coloring is not, I'm doing a terrible job because I'm on camera. I'm going out of the lines. My coloring is not anything to write home about. It's just basic coloring. I'm not doing any shading. I'm excuse me, I'm basically just going around the outside and then filling the inside in. That's my little method. Okay, sure we're wondering. Alright, so we're going to do one that color, and then we'll go ahead and go and use the first color in this blend to color another kitty in. I love this kitty stamp. We have 7 cats in our household. And I don't know if I told you the story before of how we ended up with 7 cats, but my oldest daughter got involved with an organization that we have here in our community called Community Cats, which was a cat rescue, and she was fostering the cats. It's a program called Trap, Neuter, and Release, and basically they set live traps for these cats, stray cats, and then they neuter them, and then they either find them homes or let them go in a safer place. I think that's what they do anyway. And let's see, let's pick another color. And she did okay for a little while, and then she kind of didn't understand the concept of letting them of release. she would get attached, and we would get attached, and that's how we ended up with 7 cats. My husband was not thrilled about that, but we're all very attached to them now. They're all a big, important part of our life and our household. But that's 7 is plenty. They're not going to get any more than that. We have 7 cats and 1 dog. That is plenty. Costs a lot of money to feed that many animals. Alright, I'm trying to stay within the lines here and not mess up. Excuse my band-aid on my finger here. I had a little incident with a squirrel. We feed our squirrels peanuts and apples and all sorts of different things. And we have a couple of them trained to take the peanuts right out of our hands. And I was feeding one the other day, and he kind of latched onto my finger, and I got scratched and it bled. And first thing I did was go to the internet and try to find out whether I needed to worry about rabies or not. But it said that I didn't, but that to keep it clean and bandaged, and I put Neosporin on it, and to make sure I was up to date on my tetanus shot, which I am. So that's how I got injured by a squirrel. Our cats love to sit by the window and watch the squirrels eat. Okay, we need one more. What color should we do? Let's do a tan blend here. And these colors all kind of pick up the colors or close to the colors in the pattern paper. Love my Spectrum Noir markers. I have several brands of different alcohol markers. I don't know why I do. I just do. And sometimes I feel like using Copics. Sometimes I feel like using my Spectrum Noir. Sometimes I'll get the blends out. It just, you never know. Okay, so we got our kitties colored. And now we're going to color our little butterflies. And again, I'm using colors that will blend with our pattern paper. This is an orange blend. It is burnt orange blend. And then let's bring in a yellow. This is gold yellow blend. Spectrum Noir doesn't really have fancy names for their colors. Okay, there is our coloring done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our trimmer back in. And, whoops, I'm dropping stuff. We're going to cut this down to, I'll let you know the measurement when I'm done. I'm basically just eyeballing this. I'm leaving it long because I'm going to trim it. And this measures, in case you want to know, this measures 6 inches by 1 1/4. Okay, so that's that. Then we're going to bring in some, oh gosh, what color is this? Let me check, hold on. This is, what color is this? Oh, this is Old Olive. Sorry, I could not see across the room to see the color. All right, we're going to bring in a piece of this, and let me see if I have anything that will be the right, oh yeah, this will work. And this is going to be just slightly bigger than our piece here. So about a quarter, maybe 1/8 of an inch larger than our white piece. And I'm going to just center this on here. Right about like that. We're going to trim it when we're done. So, about like that. Let me bring the trimmer back in. I guess I should just leave it over here. And we're going to cut off enough to leave that 1/4 of an inch border. I'm going to bring this back in. And we're going to mount this. It's just big enough. We're going to mount this on our card front. You could, whoops, pop this up with dimensionals if you want. whatever you want to do. I'm just gluing it flat down, and I'm going kind of towards the top a little bit. I'm using the lines on the pattern paper to make sure I get a straight line on there. And then we'll take our scissors and we will trim off this excess. Oh my God, I've got such a mess here. This is terrible. Stuff everywhere. There we go. Okay, so that looks like that. Now we're going to go ahead and do our inside stamping, and for that I have the Just a Little Hello stamp, and I'm going to bring in Pecan Pie. I'm not doing a sentiment on the front. We're just going to do it on the inside. There we go. Clean our stamp up. I don't know if you saw that this Stampin' Scrub is now on the last chance list, which I think is terrible. I think it's terrible they're getting rid of it. I don't know if they're going to bring out something to replace it or what the plan is, but yeah, it's too bad. So grab one if you haven't already, because it's an awesome tool. Okay, we're going to finish this up with some enamel dots. These are from Cartabella. I wanted something that would match my colors here. So let's go with one here. And one here. And another one down here. And that finishes our card, guys. It's clean and simple. Fast to make. You could pop a whole bunch of these out. You could do some as kitties and some as puppies. Excuse me. There it is. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and come back and see me next time to see what we create. Everyone have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.